Audrey. I'm going to whisper today because I am at the beach, right by the entrance. I have my bike, my backpack, and myself. I'm sitting on some rocks. I am camping this weekend. I'm having a little nature retreat, and it's awesome. So I'm going to try to make this quick because the sun is starting to set, and I want to be able to get back to the campsite and start a fire and make my dinner. Also, I'm sitting right by the entrance, so I don't know if anyone's going to walk up behind me and give me the creeps. I get a little uncomfortable filming these out in public. So today I wanted to talk about how to have a healthy relationship without having a FP, or otherwise known as a favorite person. I posted recently on Instagram and Facebook a story on steps that I took over, I think, 7 years to stop having a favorite person. I'm not really going to go into that today, but I can put a link in the description to that story if you want to read it. But mostly how to have a healthy relationship. Maybe I'm not one to talk on this because I'm actually single, but I do know what it takes to have a healthy relationship. And that is open communication, you need empathy, you need boundaries, respect, individualism is a big one. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to be mindful as I'm doing this and focus on things around me. So peaceful here. So those are the things that you need for a healthy relationship. I'm sure there are others. Now, not having an FP is a whole different ball game on top of that. Of course, I'm single, but I have made new friendships since ending my relationship with my emotionally abusive FP, who I was with for 10 years. And during those 10 years, I was really working on myself. I was in therapy for most of the 10 years. Did have some lapses in therapy sessions during that time. But, it was a long journey to get to a healthier place. And once I was in a healthier place, I was able to see that the relationship was abusive. And for now, I'm just living my best life as a single woman, single mother, or a divorced single mother. I don't really consider myself a true single mother because I do split custody with his father, who is not my ex, in case you don't know my story already. I have made new friendships in it's going on 14 months since I broke it off with Brian, who was my ex, or who is my ex. And as you know, with BPD, you can easily develop an unhealthy friendship as well. So for me, what I've been doing is, and I say this so much, I feel like a broken record, I've really just been focusing on myself. Now, that sounds almost self-centered. It's not that I've completely neglected to care about other people's needs. It's more so that I'm not putting other people's needs above my own. Of course, when it comes to parenting, I do sometimes have to do that for Bobby. However, I'm not sacrificing myself so much, or at least I try not to the point where I'm resentful or bitter about my sacrifices that do have to be made. As far as keeping my friendships healthy, I've made a couple new friends in the last year. And one in particular, her and I have gotten very close If I had an FP, she would probably be it. I've never actually had a female favorite person before, but she's not. The dynamic is just very different. And what I mean by that is, well, we don't talk every single day. We don't even talk every week. We don't see each other every single day. I don't fear her abandonment. If she wanted to stop being friends, I would be sad and, upset, but I know, like, I could just go on. So I don't fear her abandonment. I do seek her validation sometimes, especially when I'm talking about, my past relationship. She understands that kind of stuff, so sometimes I do talk to her about what's going on, but I'm not relying on her validation to feel good about myself or, to know who I am or understand my identity. I'm not changing myself to match someone that I think she wants to be friends with. I'm just being myself, and I've been doing that with all my friends. If someone doesn't really care for who I am, if I'm not doing anything morally wrong or offensive or insulting, then I just see it as, okay, I guess we're just not compatible. I don't want to change who I am for someone else. I just want people in my life who can accept me for me. So I think that right there is a huge difference in dynamic to a favorite person. If I text her, I'm not waiting around for a response. Both of us go a couple days without responding right away, and I get caught up, and I do that with everyone, really. And I'm a loner, so I like my alone time. Camping by myself this weekend because I just wanted some solitude in nature, and it's something I'd never done before for longer than a day, so I'm going out of my comfort zone, and so far I'm loving it. I guess how to get to that place, to have that kind of dynamic with someone is, I feel like a broken record. I really say this all the time. You just need to focus on yourself, figure out what you need, figure out your core values, figure out your boundaries, respect other people's boundaries. Don't take boundaries so personally. Boundaries are good. They're beneficial for everyone involved. We all need boundaries. They have no bearing on you as a person. Doesn't mean that you're worthless. Doesn't mean that you need to feel shame. Of course, that's easier said than done. Shame is such a debilitating factor when you have BPD. Respect individualism. That's hard to do when you don't know your identity. So figure out your identity. Go out of your comfort zone. Do things that you're afraid to do. I think they said this in the that graduation, that mock valedictorian speech. I think it's called wear sunscreen. She said, she wrote, it was like a writer for a newspaper or something. She wrote an article, and she wrote what she would have put if she had been asked to make a valedictorian speech for her high school class. And she said, do one thing every day that scares you. I try to do that. Of course, it's not literally every day, but try to do something that you want to do. Just do it without thinking. Of course, that doesn't mean be impulsive. That does not mean be impulsive. If it's not going to bring you a lot of harm or a lot of debt or in any other way be destructive, go for it. Don't overthink it. Just do it. Go out of your comfort zone. It helps you figure out who you are. Don't just copy other people. Figure out what you like to do. What kind of things you prefer? What kind of things don't you like? What kind of strengths do you have? And once you know your identity, you can respect your own individualism in a relationship as well as respect the other person. So often when I would get into a relationship or even make a new friend, I would kind of morph into them. It's kind of like mirroring. It's something that narcissists do, but people with BPD do it too. It just goes back to that unstable sense of identity. Don't mirror people. I mean, if you meet someone that you really respect and they're worthy of that respect and they're a good role model or someone that has a lot of strengths that you would like to have, it's not such a bad thing to take inspiration from people, but don't become them. Figure out what makes you different and own it. Learn to be happy alone. Learn how to take care of yourself. Learn new life skills. Make that a priority. That's why I always say focus on you. Just because BPD makes us so focused on other people. And that's no way to live. This is our life, You only get one life. It's not someone else's life. No one else has to put you to bed at night. No one else has to wake up and see you in the morning. That's all you. I don't know. Maybe that's helpful. I'm going to cut this short, though. It was about a 10-minute vlog. Sometimes I ramble on with my blogs and I have to edit them down. Trying not to do that. So, sun is setting. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love it here. I said that already, but I really do. This is something about me that won't change, that I won't give up when I do eventually go into another relationship. I don't want to lose myself to a boyfriend. I don't want to lose myself to a friend or a mentor. I want to be Audrey. I just want to be who I am. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.